But if you think that Mr. Elez is the only problematic person in Elon Musk's gaggle of teenage weirdos, then think again. Reports have come out showing us that yet another Doge employee also has a very questionable past. This time, not about racist posts on social media, but about not being a trustworthy person who was fired as a contractor for a cybersecurity firm called Path Network because an internal investigation found out that he was leaking company secrets. This employee at Doge is a man by the name of Edward Korestein, who was fired from cybersecurity firm Path Network in 2022 for, quote, leaking internal information to the competitors. A spokesperson for Path Network said, quote, I can confirm that Edward Korestein's brief contract was terminated after the conclusion of an internal investigation into the leaking of proprietary company information that coincided with his tenure. But a report from the New Republic, goes even further. They said several people who knew Korestein said they were confused as to how he ascended to such a consequential position and nervous as to how he'll handle the enormous responsibility that comes with it, given that he could not handle it at Path Network. So you're fired from a cybersecurity firm because you're leaking their secrets. And now, as a member of Doge, he has access, well, basically to everything. Whether it's your private data, whether it's the payment information from the federal government, the payment systems. And the people who know him are like, hey, this is probably not a good idea. When do we start listening to the people who know the people best, right? Because we should be listening to the people who know Korestein saying, yeah, not sure this is great. Just like we should have listened in the 2024 election to all of the people who had worked with Donald Trump in the past, who had known him privately, personally, who kept telling everybody, hey, this is a dangerous idea to put him back in the White House. When somebody who knows somebody deeply, knows them greatly, has known them for years, is telling you, multiple people, by the way, not just one, but multiple different people, with no skin in the game at all, telling you that this person is bad. Doesn't matter which person it is, whether it's this guy at Doge, whether it's Elon Musk himself, whether it's Pete Hegseth, whether it's Donald Trump or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The people who know these people best have told us openly, publicly, whether they wanted to or not, that these are bad people, that these are people that should not be in the positions that they are in. Do not put them there. And then time after time after time, we always ignore it. You know, that to a degree is on us at that point. Because if we had listened to the people who warned us about Donald Trump, the people who worked with him, right? Not just the pundits, not just the Democrats, but the people who knew him best. If we had listened to them, we wouldn't be having conversations about Hegseth or Kennedy or Musk or these little Doge staffers. None of that would be taking place. But we ignored the warnings on Trump. As a country, we ignored it. And that brought these new people who we got warnings about. And the Republicans in the Senate also ignored the warnings about those people. We have seen the Doge office, Elon Musk, openly say, hey, yeah, we know we had a racist guy here, but bring him back, right? They're ignoring the own warnings from their own people. Like, that's not even coming from other folks. It's coming from the people themselves. Like, hey, I may be a bad dude. And they continue to ignore it. And the government, the country, is going to ultimately be the ones paying the price for that.
Well, I wrote a book after a long journey and a ton of work. I am really thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you'll read it. The book is called The Echo Machine. And in a nutshell, it looks at how American politics got so broken, who has already figured out solutions, and how we can try to fix it and stop the terror of Trump for the next 4 years. With Trump winning this election, the Echo Machine couldn't be more relevant, not only a warning about how we got here, but also about what might be coming and how to prevent the worst outcomes. We've got to stay engaged. We need a plan, and that's what the book is about. There's a belief out there that unless you have corporate media behind you, you can't have a successful political book launch, that it's not possible. I think we can prove that wrong. Order the Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere that books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, please order me The Echo Machine by David Pakman. Wherever you get the book, you'll get the free pre-order perks, including the signed book plate. Head to davidpakman.com/free book stuff after ordering.